good in 2002. I'd just married Claire, my wife, and we got married in Antigua, where I managed to play cricket on the beach, which was a real lifelong dream for me. However, on the 14th of August 2002, my life changed forever, something I never expected. I was travelling to work on a motorbike when all of a sudden a lady driving a red Grand Cherokee Jeep indicated right and cut straight across my path. I couldn't believe it. For the first instance, I tried turning right, but it was too late. My left leg had hit the wheel, got tangled up in it, while the rest of my body hit the Jeep. There I was, lying there, waiting for what felt like eternity, waiting for the paramedics to arrive. When they did arrive, it was chaos. They managed to put a circle around me, put all sorts of drugs and painkillers into me, before I was eventually taken to Torbay Hospital. My wife soon turned up, in what I recall as a very panicked state, along with my parents. I later found out that they were told to expect the worst in the fact that I was going to die. It wasn't my turn yet though, I wasn't prepared for that. Later that day, after coming out of surgery, after being in it for 8 hours, I was laying in a hospital bed and I found that I had a massive frame around my leg and I could only see out of one eye. They asked me if they'd mind if the police would come in and ask me a few questions, and I said of course not. They came in, they questioned me, and I was told that the lady who had hit me had admitted that it was completely her fault. In a sense, that was relief, but in another sense, I couldn't understand why it had to happen to me. Little did I realise that the events that happened to me that very morning had such an effect on my life that it changed permanently and forever. After about 14 days at Torbay Hospital, and approximately 12 operations on the leg and on the face, the doctors approached me and said that my leg will never get better. They said it's going to be a very long treatment plan and that I'm probably never going to run again. Probably will need a knee replacement, probably could lose my leg. It never occurred to me. They said to me though that I needed to go to Derriford Hospital for a head operation. At this time, I had choices regarding my career. I had a personal injury claim going on, liability had been fully admitted, and I thought, what was I going to do about my career since I've been studying to become a lawyer, a legal executive lawyer. I decided my options were I could give up working, I could ask them to pay my salary, I could try and return to work and study and rehabilitate, or I could just stay at home and study and see what happens. I decided to go to work, study, and try and get off my backside to improve my life. In about 2004, my frame on my leg was removed. It wasn't the most pleasant of operations and it wasn't an easy process, but like anything that I've done before, I did it, and I did it with family support and with most importantly Claire's support. Good bit of news came out of it though. Claire told me she was expecting our first baby in March 2005. This got me thinking, I'm about to be a dad. I was 25 years old and my life had changed permanently, but there's no way that I could be a 25-year-old man with a leg of a 90-year-old. I went back to the surgeon who specialised in my leg, where I've been stretching my leg, and he said that he'd have me up skiing in no time. I asked him about amputation. He said, that's far down the list. I said, well, my leg isn't bending. I'm not living properly. I'm not living my life. I'm a young man that wants a career, wants a hobby, and I'm reasonably fit and I want to move on with my life. I like challenges. Let me do it. He said, let's have another operation and we'll see what we can do to manipulate the leg to make it bend. I had the operation. He came around and said, there's nothing he could do to make it bend. He said, my options were leave it as it is, straighten it, which is already straight because it wouldn't bend, have a knee replacement, but the risk of infection in the knee was so high that I could end up losing my leg through the hip. And I said, I think I've made my decision. He said, what's that? I said, I want you to take my leg off above the accident site so I can move on with my life, because I know I can do this. I woke up and the most eerie feeling was that my leg was no longer there. It was something I could never describe. but what I can say was a sense of relief. I couldn't see the injury, I could not be the accident anymore. My life had turned a chapter. The pain was gone, but not quite. The actual limb was missing, but this meant I had a new life to start. I could become a good father for my children, a good husband to my wife. I was in hospital for a while, but I began the process of rehabilitation. This had to be hard, it had to be fast, and I had to do it. At the end of the day, I had no time for self-pity because it was my choice. It was my choice to have my leg removed. I did this, and I went to Exeter Mobility Centre, and they issued me with my limb on the 20th of September, approximately 4 weeks after my amputation. It was very quick, apparently, but they gave me the leg, they allowed me when they probably shouldn't have done to take it home. They said, just try sitting on with it for 30 minutes a day. I put it on and I wouldn't take it off. I learned to walk quite quickly because my son Harrison had a really good habit of leaving his toys on the floor, which meant that I had to move sideways, forwards, dodge, backwards. If I didn't, it used to hurt falling on a piece of Lego. Therefore, I tried and avoided it. I stood up and I walked up and down the path until I managed to get the hang of walking with a false leg. It wasn't a question of trying to perfect what I was doing, it was a question of achieving what the doctor said was unrealistic. Sebastian was born in 2006 and life was really good again, back on track. My limb was good, my family was good, and I was really enjoying my life. And I said to my wife, why don't we set up our own law firm? She agreed. We began planning and planned to open Linnitts Solicitors on the 1st of October 2009. I was told by doctors that I would never be able to run, I would never be able to ski, let alone snowboard, or even ride a bike. I've proven that I can ride a bike, I've proven that I can ski, I've proven that I can snowboard, and I've proven that I can run. It's not easy, I am in pain, it does affect the leg, but it's a concentration and the sense of achievement you achieve by doing something where people say you can't do it is amazing. Going to work full time is not easy. I have to do it. It's my business, my name on the letterhead, but it's what I'm passionate about. I love giving people the compensation they deserve and assist them in any resolution they need in their life. That's my job. That's what I train for. That's what I do. In life, you can achieve whatever you want, as long as you are determined and prepared to put in the effort. I am Chris Linnitt of Linnitts Solicitors.